might not be the most consistent on the day of the week it comes out, but I'll try and do one every sort of week. So yeah, let's just dive in. I'll use the same system as I did last time. So I've got 27 entries here, and I've got a random number, and the result is 20. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so here we have 0 designs, and let's have a look at this intro. I'm a big fan of 2D, especially because I can't actually do it myself. My timing's not great, and with 2D you really have to be spot on, and this is really nice. Like, I like every kind of little addition here. Kind of everything works really nicely. The only improvement I can see, because I can't really judge 2D too well because I'm not very good at After Effects, but you use that effect there, and then here you use the exact same one again, so maybe mix it up a tiny bit, but that's me just being quite critical. The colours are really nice, and I really like this end result, especially how it forms. So that looks really nice. Lovely kind of warm, nice colours, kind of makes you feel kind of happy almost. Everything just works really nicely, fits well with the music, so great job on that one. Next we have 27, so 21, 23, 25, 27. Obviously the last one. So here we have a kind of, guessing just a personal animation, kind of almost like a test, using the soft body in Cinema 4D. I'm just gonna turn it up a tiny bit. So, really nice and simple. Presumably it was just a kind of test almost. But yeah, it's worked out really well, like really nice settings you've used for the bounce and the soft body to make it so it looks like it would actually bounce and it doesn't kind of deform too much. Nice kind of like blurred lighting. Maybe it needs a little something more, just because it looks a little bit too plain. But really, it's nice and simple. Nice kind of lighting. Nice kind of shadow here. Kind of infinite kind of fade. So yeah, it's worked out really nicely. But maybe it just needs something more, just to make kind of like, what's the word? Just kind of make it stand out a little bit more. Because right now, if it is just a test, it's fine. But if it was meant to be something more, it just kind of needs to kind of pop out just a tiny bit. But overall, really nice job. Yeah, well done. Next we have number 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. I think I saw this one when it was added. Believe this is just After Effects. Yeah. Yeah, I really like this. Not too sure what the detail is going on in the background. See if it changes with kind of higher res, if my internet allows it. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too stylized almost. Maybe that was a look you were going for, I don't know. But if you're trying to make it look quite realistic, kind of there's a bit too much of an outline on these, and like the bug doesn't quite look too real. But really liking the detail on this foot here, on the dinosaur's foot I guess it is, kind of stamping, and really great effect, kind of leaving its mark here. Again, like the cracks maybe a bit too kind of defined, and the edge here is quite sharp, but really nice cracks as well, and nice use of a bit of fog. And I love how it kind of like fades to colour. So yeah, that looks really nice. Again, might just need something a little more, but overall looks really nice. I don't know whether you used an actual image for the background and tried to make it look like it wasn't quite too realistic, in the in the fear that the foot would kind of look too fake, but really nice here. Maybe this needs to be a tiny bit darker. Maybe the shadows kind of looks like it actually goes underneath here, and like here as well. Almost makes it look like this is actually another layer on top, and this is just a shadow. But yeah, it looks really nice, and the smoke gives it a nice effect. So great job on that one. Number 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we've got an intro here by Shiloh Designs, and another 2D one. See, I just love 2D. It's one of those things I wish I could do. Really nice effect there, and I just love the kind of subtlety. Like, it's a plain background, but you're kind of making it interesting with these. Like, the sound effects are great. Everything just works really well, flows nicely, and I love this little string coming up and pulling it away, revealing this, and just that simple underline just works really well as well. I mean, it is definitely something I need to look into, but I want to stick with 3D because I know I just don't have a chance. And loving the motion blur as well to just make it flow even better. I literally have nothing critical or bad to say about it. Just great job. 26. So we've got Cross Designs. Okay, so this is another 3D one. First of all, really nice textures here, nice lighting as well. Maybe it needs to be a little bit brighter. You don't really get too many kind of greyish lights, but like the little highlight there as well. This here is nice, and the smoke ring's pretty cool. It's a shame that here that's completely black, like the background, and then this flare kind of comes out of nowhere. Maybe have it like a bit dimmer. And what I like to do in my intros is kind of keep this kind of spot here off the screen, purely because it makes it look like the light source, because that spot there is where the light source would be. So I like to keep that off the scene because you wouldn't really have the light there. I mean, in some cases you would, but unless you can actually physically see the light, you wouldn't necessarily have that spot there. And one thing I noticed was it kind of stops, the smoke ring comes out, then when the text comes up, which is fine, I mean, fading is nice, but again, you've gone back to this black background, the flare's kind of gone away, and then it kind of disappears backwards. So the flow kind of gets a little bit ruined there, but I'm not saying it's too bad. Like, it's something very easy to change. If you just, a good thing to do is just to put a bit of motion on the camera throughout the entire thing, and then when it does come to a stop here, it's still moving backwards very slowly, so you don't even have to keyframe this moving back. Again, if you make the text 3D, that will move with the camera as well if you bring it into After Effects. So you don't need to worry about that kind of moving around or kind of almost scaling wrong. It'll be perfectly on there. Maybe the text could do something other than fade. Maybe like each character could fade, or kind of wipes on maybe a flare kind of wipes it on, I don't know. Just kind of looks like this is really nice. Detail, really good, and then the text kind of disappears. But you know, I suffer from the same thing, like I'll focus a lot on the 3D, and then as soon as it comes into After Effects, I kind of rush it through. So yeah, really nice, really good. Smooth curves is here as well. Something that a lot of people fail on. It's actually getting these circles well. So really great path work as well. So yeah, all around really well. Really good. What are we on? We're on 10. We'll do maybe one or two more. 13. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Now an element 3D. Okay. That's nice. It's not quite what I was expecting. Especially from here. See, this looks pretty cool. Really nice materials. I know it's quite easy to do it in Element, and the lighting's nice. I really like these particles coming up here, and the background's interesting. Like, it's got a vignette, but it's kind of broken up and looks kind of a bit unique. I can put it into 720. So yeah, you got a nice bit of motion blur here. And do the particles stay the same speed? Yeah, that would have really sold it. Like, obviously here you've gone for like the slow motion kind of look, and so as it kind of comes round, the camera slows down. But to do that, you've got to slow down everything in your scene, so these particles wouldn't be moving at the same speed. They would be almost motionless. You can probably get away with it using the time warp option in After Effects. But yeah, that looks really nice. Liking the really subtle flare up here as well. It's a nice addition. Yeah, pretty nice intro. This kind of doesn't really fit in, especially kind of pauses and then it does this kind of crazy effect. Like, you probably could have left it here or done something a little bit different. Just maybe done 3D text appearing, I don't know where, just kind of experimenting around rather than this. Maybe this was just a quick add-on at the end, but I like this. I don't know why it's got 1 dislike and no likes, because it's nice. Maybe because people think it's simple, but to get these kind of effects, especially everything to work as well as it has, like, it is hard. So I'll give it a like. So yeah, I really like it. Maybe slow down the particles, but yeah, it's nice. We'll do quickly one more. 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Na na na, will it load? We'll refresh the page. There we are. Ah, that's cool. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so my big pet hate for this is the overused sounds, but I know, like, a lot of people struggle to find the sound effects, so I'm not really gonna have a go at you for that. And I can't have a go at you for sound effects because I'm terrible at sound design as well. But this looks pretty nice. Maybe this needed to spin a tiny bit more, but loving these lines coming out, and that little camera zoom effect, and that's really nice. Makes it look like an animation, if you know what I mean, kind of what you see in almost cartoons. Really liking the details here as well. I'm presuming you would have keyframed each bit individually, not used like an effector. And just the detail here is really nice. Like the material in general is really good, and the lighting's nice as well. But I'm loving these little things, and all the lines coming out as well, and just these bits here, I really like. And I think I might be wrong. Yeah, oh, that looks even better. Yeah, you got this little glow line, which I really like, and the depth of field is fantastic as well. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the kind of generic sound effect. This is really nice as well. Maybe this could have done with moving a tiny bit, almost like I don't know, like just a tiny bit of rotation. And I love that. So yeah, I guess it does move actually. Where does that come out? Yeah, really like the lines coming out, kind of making it really powerful, a really strong animation. And yeah, like people have written here like sickest intro, amazing. So yeah, really nice job on this entry. Don't know if you won. Who knows? If you did win, let me know, because I don't know what other entries there were, but from this, you kind of deserve to. I think there's a tiny bit of flickering. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of flickering in the background here. Maybe that's to do with your anti-aliasing settings. Maybe you need to change it to high. You can always lower the kind of size to 2x2 rather than 4x4, which will speed it up a tiny bit. And now I'll just get rid of a lot of this flickering in the background. But other than that, really nice. Don't know kind of what's going on in the corner there. I think it's part of your optical flare kind of texture, but yeah, really nice animation. And yeah, that's so nice. Kind of ruined by the sound, but overall amazing job on that, and the depth is great as well. So to everyone who I looked at, everyone did a great job, and to those who I didn't get a chance to look at, feel free to submit it on this video, and anyone else who wants a chance to have their work kind of looked at, just leave it as a video response to this as well. I've made it so I don't have to accept all the responses, it will just automatically add to it. So yeah, well done everyone, and hopefully next week we'll have even more.